Welcome back to the Gen Z Speaks podcast. I am Matt Gutierrez, otherwise known as Pallet Dude. Ibrahim Ahmed, otherwise known as
What?
Crickets. Get it? Crickets? Comedy?
Terrible joke.
When you're on stage?
That was not your intention. You said crickets and then you're trying to make it start over again, please.
Really?
Yes.
I don't want to
You
start
can
over.
say whatever you want.
Welcome back to the Gen Z Speaks podcast.
I'm drinking water. Relax. Now start.
Welcome
Five,
back to the...
4, 3, 2, 1. Start. Oh, remember we used to do this like this.
Yeah, in the very beginning.
Remember?
Yeah.
Somebody used to
Start.
start.
Yeah.
Janish used to say start.
Okay. Thank you, Janish.
Wow. Speaking of the man who left us.
Welcome back to the Gen Z Speaks podcast. I am Matt Gutierrez. This is Ibrahim Ahmed, otherwise known as Crickets. Cricket.
Terrible joke.
Do you get it?
No,
Because
I
when
don't
you're on
get it.
stage
Crickets.
and there's no laughs, it's just crickets.
Wow. What a beautifully crafted original joke
Thank you.
by you.
Thank you.
Poking fun at the misery of a man indulging in a science.
Yep. A science.
It's a science,
It's a
making
science.
people laugh.
It's an art or a science?
It's an art and a science. It's
An
a
art
hybrid.
and a science?
I'm an artist and a scientist.
You are a scientist?
I'm making my parents proud both ways.
Oh.
I'm studying a science of laughter, and I'm performing it. How many scientists do you know that get to perform their science? Not
None,
many.
Because that's
What?
not a thing.
That is a thing, actually. You present your research papers all the time. It's part
Of
of
laughter?
science. Not of laughter. That's
they say laughter.
I'm a pioneer. I'm like the Thomas Edison of laughter.
No, I don't think you are.
I think I am
I
because
think
it
Dave
took him
Chappelle
what
is-
10,000. No, hold on a second. It took him 10,000 light bulbs or something, right?
I have no idea.
It's gonna take me about same amount of time.
Probably
10,000.
not. That's probably a terrible representation.
That's probably I'm probably the Thomas Edison of stand-up comedy. I said it here. You heard it here on Gen Z Speaks. They call
So,
me the Thomas Edison of
so
podcasts.
Ibrahim,
Today we want to talk about travel, the importance of traveling. What?
I was about to ask.
Okay, we're
Well,
talking about traveling,
Wow.
the importance of traveling in
Wow.
your 20s. That's what you get for starting out with a terrible joke.
Wow.
We're talking about the importance of traveling, particularly when you're young. Now, I was having a conversation with somebody very recently. This is an
Okay.
older person. And this person said, this person laughed at me when I said we were going to talk about this because this person was very averse to the idea of young people traveling. This person told me, why do you need to pay $2,500 to find yourself? Why can't you just go under the shower, run it cold, and just discover
Who
yourself
was
that
this?
way? This person happens to be a part of my family. This person happens to be the person that gave birth to me, actually.
$2,500.
This person happens to have my DNA.
Which trip costed $2,500?
Costa Rica. She's making fun of me.
Costed you $2,500
Well, yeah, all of us, right? All together. Sorry, $1,500, right?
each?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it cost me less.
Okay, man. It cost us a bunch of money. Okay,
Yeah,
it cost us more money than it would have. Actually, no. So to clarify, our trip to Costa Rica cost us $1,200 for
Yes.
me. $1,200.
I believe so.
$1,200. What did cost $2,500 was Japan, actually.
That
Between
one-
$2,500 to $3,000.
Mine was less than that, but yeah.
Okay, man, you win. It's always less for you somehow. I don't know what you're doing.
I
up
try to
there.
do like $50 less just so I can have the upper hand.
I think traveling is a beautiful thing. Even just thinking about it brings a joy to my face.
So fantastic.
Let's start by discussing
Wait,
what makes
let's-
us
hold on, let's finish
experts
that
in
real
traveling.
quick.
What? Finish what?
About what the whole finding yourself situation.
Yeah.
How did this conversation come about?
Oh my god! I was telling her we were gonna talk about this on the podcast,
Uh-huh.
and she was like, "You might as well not even do it. Like, what's the point?"
Does she like the idea of traveling?
She does, but I think she has an important perspective, which
Okay.
is why
Are you laughing?
she was making fun of me, bro. They was just trolling me
Really?
the entire time. Yeah, I was just laughing along. She made some really good points. My mom is a very funny person.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. Like I was like, yeah, it makes sense why I do comedy a lot because I've grown her. I've just seen her do comedy in my house the entire time. She does impressions. She makes fun of people.
Yeah.
She does a lot. So if you're listening, thank you.
So what were the important lessons
About what?
that she made about
About traveling. She was like, well, I don't think if the objective of traveling is to find yourself, you can do that in other cheaper mediums. It doesn't need to be hop on a plane.
She's
and
right.
find yourself. I tend to travel
to find yourself?
Remember how I always not to find myself, but I always like have this like theory. I'm like, I want to recalibrate. I want to discover where I am in my life.
But you recalibrate in your room, on your bed, alone.
I recalibrate everywhere. But I disagree with my mom because I think you can find yourself when you
Miriam?
travel. You can find yourself when you travel.
You can?
I
think
so.
you can. But I don't think that's like the best means.
To travel.
Yeah. To travel just to find yourself.
Well, if you
Okay,
travel with intention.
What about traveling makes you find yourself?
Because it exposes you to different experiences, to novel experiences, which basically means unexpected things happen in the course of your travel plans. And I was reading about this psychologically. Psychologically, are you familiar with the concept of neuroplasticity?
Yes.
It basically means our brains are malleable.
Right.
They can be altered. And the more you have these novel experiences, your brain actually creates multiple new neural pathways.
Right.
Which like increases your brain activation. Like specific parts of your brain. For example, the hippocampus, which helps us retain stuff, helps with memory. It literally, there's the growth of neurons when you are exposing yourself to different experiences. Specifically, if you meditate, I don't know if you've noticed this, but whenever I'm traveling, I'm always like meditating. I am. I'm not making that up. Like I'm actually true. Not like in a white girl yoga style, but like, I close my eyes for long periods of time and just take in the moment. I'm breathing in and out.
That's meditation?
That's meditation, man. Meditation doesn't need to be like sitting on a yoga mat or like doing some weird poses. Anything can be meditation.
Okay.
But yeah, bro, you notice how I do it. Like I sit for periods of time.
I just thought it was for a different reason.
For what reason?
That was a reason of retardation.
I'm trying to simulate my brain. But no, seriously, like when you travel, research has proven that your brain is activated more. You're literally forming new neural pathways.
No, that's for sure. I think your mom's right, though. It's not like probably the best
But
way,
you can find yourself with these neural pathways.
Yeah.
It can open windows of opportunities.
The brain is so powerful, you probably don't even need to actually experience these things in order for it to grow.
You need to, bro.
I don't think so.
Research has shown you need to.
What I'm saying is like your brain is so powerful, you can put yourself in these experiences just in your brain.
All right, man. Not all of us are David Blaine, all right? Not all of us are going to
man,
lock ourselves up underneath the ocean for 3 hours.
I'm on your mom's side, bro. I'm on your mom's side.
But
you shouldn't be traveling so much.
You know something else, by the way, that I have that makes sense. I was reading a paper, not a paper, an article on LinkedIn. I want to get this woman's name right. She made a really good point, bro, and you'll agree with this. Marie T. Rogers. She's a psychologist, and I came across Marie T. Rogers' article on traveling. Marie. She says, think about this. In our normal lives, everybody is habitually prone to a specific schedule. Like if you have a 9-to-5 job, you're constantly behind a desk. And that puts your brain in autopilot.
Okay.
Because constantly you're doing the same thing over and over and over.
Okay.
And that's not healthy because humans instinctively, we are not designed to be stationary. We're not designed to have the same routine.
Yeah.
Think about the first humans, right? They were hunting and gathering.
I agree with this.
Always having adventures. And so traveling, what it does is it takes you back to your natural state, which is adventure, experiences, novel experiences. Remember the word novel experiences? Like unexpected things happen. Yeah. Imagine the first humans, bro. Every day you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. Maybe a lion comes here, but what are you going to do? Or like something.
No, I agree with you. I agree totally. I think we all need these experiences. I think they are necessities. I don't think they're necessities to find yourself, though. But I think to fully embrace Earth and being a human on this planet is necessary. I've told you before, of I think 2 points of life, right? Is finding the one you're going to spend the rest of your life with and adventuring, not losing that urge to adventure. So yeah, for sure. I don't think you need to find yourself this way though, bro.
You must, is my case.
No, bro.
I just gave you the psychological case for traveling.
Yeah.
Like that, our human psychology is wired to
find
be
yourself?
its best self. I think it can help you find yourself. Maybe the best thing to say for me is you're not going to completely find yourself
Yeah.
because you never really do. Do you ever really find yourself? I hope you do eventually.
You're always
but
growing.
You always are growing and becoming different versions of your original self,
Yeah.
I feel like. So traveling can help you do that. It can help you find different versions of yourself that you didn't initially think were even possible.
That's
Because
interesting.
experiences you have with people.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just like you travel somewhere and you just literally lock yourself in a room
Yeah.
or in a resort or veg out, as you say,
Yeah.
on vacation, which means just laying down somewhere, not
Yeah.
doing anything. I don't really think you can find yourself that way
You're
in
saying
Cabo.
backpacking, going from town to town, talking to people.
Yes, like indulging in like
In the
local
culture.
culture of
Yeah.
people, putting yourself out there, taking risks, trying out different physical activities like we did in Costa Rica, right?
Yeah.
Like water, what was it called again?
Canoeing?
Canoe. No, shut up, bro. You almost got me. Rappelling?
Canyoning, yeah.
Canyoning, yes.
Rappelling,
Canoe.
yeah.
I was like, huh.
You're about to say it.
Yeah.
Um,
How many countries have you been to? It's like the thing is, I want to establish we have some credibility. We're 23, and we've traveled a lot.
I feel like we've traveled a
If you
lot.
compare yourself to the average American, guess
Yeah.
how many countries the average American has been to?
1.
No, 3.
3?
3.
Really?
And most of them are
Mexico
Mexico or
and
Canada.
Yeah.
And if you compare that to somebody in the UK or Europe, they've
Yeah.
been to like an average of 9 to 10 countries.
Oh, because it's
But
so
obviously,
because
because it's so close to each other,
Right.
it's travel is much more cheaper.
Yeah,
But
accessible.
still, like at the age of 23, I've been to 10 countries.
10?
You've been to,
Okay, I don't know. Let's see.
I think, about 10.
Probably.
We can probably count. Yeah, let's
U.S. Okay,
see.
England.
You've been to U.S.
Yeah.
Really? Wait, I didn't know that.
I've been to 27 or no, 28 states in the U.S.
28 states in America.
I've been to England, Scotland, Mexico.
America,
Japan, Costa Rica,
Thailand,
Thailand,
Vietnam.
So 8.
You're missing one.
Am I?
Let's do one more. Oh, Canada.
Canada.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
start.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
start left
Okay.
to right. Canada,
US,
America, Mexico, Costa Rica. 4.
4. Yeah.
All right, 4.
4.
In the North American continent, not the South American
I
continent.
know I was wrong.
Yeah, if you watched our
About
podcast about Costa Rica,
Yeah.
by the way, if you want to listen to our experiences in Costa Rica, we did a whole podcast on it. Matthew got me excited thinking I went to South America.
I
But
really thought Central
no.
America was part of South America.
It's North America. So
Mm.
Costa Rica is in North
I
America.
looked it up and you are right, but yeah, wow.
Yes, I'm always right.
Interesting.
If you're new to the Gen Z Speaks podcast, no, I'm always right. Okay, so Canada, America, Mexico, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Let's say England,
England,
Scotland,
Thailand,
Vietnam.
Vietnam, Japan. So 9.
9.
9.
I
got
have you
one on me?
beat.
Oh, France. You have France on me.
Oh, no, I have a lot more. Hold on a second. Let's start.
Oh, Pakistan.
Yeah,
Oh,
Northern
yeah.
Ireland. Okay, so Canada, which I
Canada.
went with this guy. Man, I've been to a lot of countries.
You
with
have,
I'm
yeah.
realizing. Okay, Canada, America, Mexico,
with
Costa Rica, Northern Ireland,
England.
England, Scotland.
Yeah. You already have 7.
I'm at 7. Yes.
Yeah.
France, 8.
France,
Pakistan, and then Japan, 10.
Oh, you have 1 on me.
So with you, I've been to Japan,
Yeah.
Canada, America,
Mexico.
Mexico, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Wow.
5?
50%
Crazy.
of my international travel in
Oh,
terms
yeah.
of countries has been with you. And for you, with Jenish, bro, it's been like
Yeah,
what?
more.
For you, like 75%?
Okay, Thailand, Vietnam, Canada, not Mexico. Japan 4.
No. You've been to Costa Rica 5.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
No, Thailand, Vietnam,
Yeah.
America,
Yeah.
Canada,
4.
Japan,
5.
Costa Rica,
6.
6.
Oh yeah.
Okay, one more.
Oh yeah.
So 6 out of 9. That's
yeah.
20.
Wow.
That's 2/3.
Janu, you had to leave us.
And you've been to 27 states.
Or 28, something like that. Yeah.
27 to 28 states,
Yeah.
including Alaska,
Not including Alaska.
including Hawaii. though.
Hawaii, yeah.
I did the math today. I've been to 15 states.
15.
If you count DC, 16.
DC is not a state. That's
It should
2
be a
states
state.
technically.
It should be a state.
It's not a state. Maryland and Pennsylvania.
I don't know
you
if it
can
should be a state actually, but yeah, District of Columbia is
Yeah.
not technically a state. I was aware of that.
Yes.
But 15 countries.
States.
Sorry, 15
States.
states. What if they're countries one day? I hope not.
I know. I want to get my state numbers up, but I also want to get my country numbers up. So
Which one's more important to you?
I think now countries, because states, like, I can easily go to the East Coast and just knock all of it out, rent a car and knock half of those out. Well, I've been to a lot on the East Coast too. It's really like the middle states that you kind of dread going to that I haven't hit.
There might be some hidden gems there.
No, for sure. There's hidden gems in
Montana?
every
Have you been
state.
to Montana?
That's one. That's the only one on the West Coast I haven't been to.
Montana is technically West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one I haven't been to.
What's been the best American city you've traveled to?
Best American city? Los Angeles, baby.
You think so?
Yeah, I love LA.
You
But
thi-
Chicago's my favorite travel city.
Chicago.
Chicago.
But what is the best city in America?
I would have to say LA.
Hands down.
Yeah, hands down.
Who is a close second? Which city?
Chicago.
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 Not New York.
I'm not a fan of New York personally.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it's so overrated. I think everyone should visit it,
Yeah.
but I'm not a proponent of visiting it. Some people like to visit New York every year, every 2 years. That to me doesn't make much sense.
I like New York. I
Yeah,
used
some
to be
people do.
obsessed with New York as a kid.
A lot
man.
of people are.
I like it.
It's not my favorite.
Bro, the first time I went to New York in
Yeah.
2013, I was 12.
Yeah.
And I was in awe, man.
In love with it?
I was like, wow.
Really?
This is everything I saw in the
What about New
movies
York?
and more.
No.
I'm sorry, but in 2013, that's what I thought, man.
Okay, well, you were 12, so maybe.
I was
I loved
12.
New York when I was 12, too.
And I was also fresh out of Pakistan. Like, I'd been in the country less
True.
than 7-8 months.
First time you seen skyscrapers.
Well, I saw LA once, but New York,
Not
I
the
mean,
same,
yeah,
yeah.
nowhere
Same,
near.
bro.
I also grew up watching a lot of Indian movies, and they
New York?
glorify New York.
Real? Oh, okay.
Like, every single other movie basically happens in New York.
Really?
Like, it's like the immigrant experience, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It literally is Ellis Island.
I like New York, man. But going back to what we were talking about traveling, the importance of traveling.
Yeah.
One thing also, bro, like, okay, I want people to think about this. We've talked about the mind aspect, right? Like how neuroplasticity technically helps you with traveling. The second part is with our physical bodies.
Okay.
We literally develop antibodies when we expose ourselves to different physical environments because there's different types of bacteria in different places.
Interesting, yeah.
And your body literally builds a better immune system by traveling.
That makes sense.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then another fact I read. This is an actual fact.
Yeah.
Women who travel twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
Women who take a
Women, yes.
vacation
Yes.
twice a year are 8 times less likely to have a heart disease than women who travel once every 6 years.
Why is that?
Because
They're so pent up?
no, this is the same true for men as well.
Uh-huh.
I'm just giving you a specific fact
Yeah, yeah.
about women, but
Okay.
like this is true for men as well.
Okay.
Lower rates of depression, lower rates of anxiety, lower rates of heart attacks if you travel. The more you travel,
Yeah.
the healthier you live and the longer you live.
Yes, I have heard this.
Research has
Yeah.
proven that. And
Yeah.
it goes back to what we talked about, bro. Mind, body. Like psychologically, your brain is growing.
Yeah.
Your body is developing a better immune system. And you are having the experiences in your life that you need to as a human.
Yeah.
You are living out what you're supposed to do as a human.
Yeah. Adventure.
Yes.
Yes, sir. That's a Homo sapiens that we're built on. Adventure.
That's what it is,
Bro,
man.
we literally, without any means of traveling automobiles at all, we walked from Africa to South America. How insane is that? That was, obviously when Pangea was here, but yeah,
That's wild.
it's amazing.
People used to walk.
We walked from Africa to South America. That is
Well,
insane.
we had to swim a little bit, you know. have
Where?
some boats. From Africa to South America?
No. They literally went from Africa into Europe, into Asia, through Russia, the eastern part of Russia.
Mm-hmm.
They because back then the land was still higher. They were able to walk from Russia through Alaska, through
Wow.
Canada, down
Oh,
into
so you're
South
saying
America.
to take a whole united
Yes, bro.
turn, a U-turn.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, dude, look at
Incredible.
the extent to which people went to travel. Like, one
Okay.
example that you just gave. The other is, like,
Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus.
Yes,
Like,
classic guy.
traveling through sea, bro. That's
It's
another
insane.
animal.
That's
For months on end. For years on end.
the more I think about Christopher Columbus and these like adventurers, maybe they weren't the best guys.
Vasco da Gama.
Who's this?
That was the Portuguese guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The more I think about these adventurers and these captains, I cannot help but trip out. How are you going into the ocean, into the abyss, not having any idea if there's more land to come? Who is on the other side, if they're going to welcome you, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
How are you doing that? I mean, you're literally embracing death. That's what it comes down to. You're embracing death, and if you turn out to be correct, you win. I mean, Christopher Columbus's name is going down in the books forever.
A lot of wrong reasons too. His name is going out.
Well,
but
yes,
you know
but-
why they're doing this? Because of curiosity.
Yeah, bro.
They're obsessed with the earth, and they're like, "Whoa,
They're obsessed with the
what
unknown.
awaits?" And obviously, they want to be rich. Like that was
Yeah.
their version of
Yeah.
becoming like an overnight sensation. You discover some new land with
Yeah.
a lot of riches, and you become famous.
Humans are obsessed with the unknown. That's with anything, with Bigfoot, with aliens, with traveling, whatever it is. We are obsessed with knowing that what we don't know. Why are we so obsessed with religion? It's because we don't know what happens after death, right?
Yeah.
These topics are with everything almost, and I'm telling you, dude, I've been thinking about it a lot about these captains and these guys that go overseas way back in the day before any technology. I just can't comprehend it, bro. Like, at least now, maybe because we know and we don't have that obsession because we already know. But back then, not knowing anything, dude, you're literally going to die. I think high majority of these guys died
Oh yeah, most
Trying-
expeditions
yeah.
failed. Yeah,
trying to find India and like yeah.
they never found it.
never found-
I mean, they eventually did, but
Without Indians, Native Americans.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, imagine being Christopher Columbus,
He thought they were Indians, bro.
the wrong India, and now we call them Indians.
We literally still call them Indians.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Let's fix that.
Well, they've tried. That's why Washington State
Redskins?
is no longer Redskins.
Yeah, yeah, that was wild too.
Yeah.
Redskins, like just
I mean, still family calling Native Americans Indians, and I'm like, which Indians?
white people are just bad at naming things. I guess 400 years ago, especially true.
Well-
Redskins, you're just literally calling them. That's what they are,
Yeah.
Redskins.
Redskins.
There should be some sophistication to your naming conventions. Hey, Costa
Why?
Rica. Remember Christopher Columbus named it the Rich
Yeah.
Coast, and they kept the name.
Rich Coast. Yep.
Costa Rica. That does sound dope. So
It
I will
is
say
Costa
that.
Rica.
Costa Rica is a sick name.
La Fortuna, the fortune.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the other things, bro. Back in that time, I think a big motivation for these guys
Yeah.
was just riches and power.
Yeah.
They wanted to exercise power over people, and because that was the way.
Yeah, that was the way.
That was the way of governing. You conquer a land, and it becomes yours.
There was
Boom.
there was way less wealth back then, right? And it was consumed by way smaller population, right? A fraction of what we have now. And so I think a means to getting there was obviously taking the path more traveled, right? The harder path. And so that path was trying to find a new land or go find riches, try to find the golden city of El Dorado, right? Trying to find Atlantis. All these adventures, that's what they were chasing, trying to get the next thing because that's their only way, convincing a king or an emperor, right, basically, to give them the resources to go find this stuff. And if they found it, that was their path.
Because back at that time,
Yeah.
wealth and the idea of money wasn't as sophisticated as it is now. There were no, like, they were looking for tangible things. They were looking for gold.
Yes.
They were looking for silver.
Right.
They were looking for pearls, right?
Right.
Like tangible things that you can only find if you explore nature.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
It's amazing.
Now you just go on Robinhood and you invest in
Business.
the next, I don't know, big GameStop.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, like
Yeah.
it's changed, bro.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing in terms of our psychology.
Why?
Because at least that gave them an excuse to travel. Right? Like that maybe wasn't the goal,
Yes.
but in the course of trying to find
Yeah.
gold, they interacted with so many different people, had experiences
But also,
that were
how
wild.
many people traveled back then? Probably close to none. Probably
Oh,
less
yeah.
than now.
Well, the thing is, people didn't have phones though. So they're constantly traveling. Even, bro, for them, you have to understand, travel didn't mean like going to a different
Country.
kingdom.
Yes.
Or
It was city to
country.
city.
It could just be city to city.
Right.
Like, oh my God, I went from, let's say, Los Angeles to
Yeah.
San Diego in this last 2 weeks, because it probably took that long, or
Yeah.
maybe less, right? Horseback, you could probably make that in what,
Few
a
days,
day,
yeah.
a few days, yeah. But you see my
Yeah.
point, right? Travel, the definition of travel was just going from city to city. Like
I think still a lot of people are like that. City to city is a big deal to them, right? Going to Palm Springs, San Diego, which it is. It's cool. It's not adventuring though. That was an adventure to them, right? Going from LA to San Diego back then. Yeah.
I think I'm not sure about this, but 30% of Americans have never left the country. A third.
I've heard of something like that.
A third.
It's-
Let me
yeah.
make sure. Let me fact check that.
Yeah. Fact check that. That's probably one of the things that there's also a misconception about. Just because back then there were people going and looking for new lands, I feel like this is really glorified idea, like what I just said about the explorers and adventurers going and finding new lands, but nobody could afford that. Majority of people were just eating bread and just trying to survive, right? They also didn't have the time to travel and go look for adventure, just like a lot of people nowadays still.
Yeah, so we're right.
Yeah.
About 25 to 30% of Americans have never left.
Never left the country.
And only 11% have been to 10 or more countries.
11%.
Yeah.
You're part of the 11%, buddy.
But you are too, basically. 9
Not
or 10.
really. Not yet.
All right, man. One more country.
One more.
Go to, like, I don't know. What's a nearby country you go to?
Puerto Rico.
That's not a country. That's a territory of America, though.
Still country. It's its own country.
But it's under our. It doesn't like it's under
doesn't
our
count as a
territory.
country?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, bro. It's not a state. That's the thing. That's the people want it to be an official state, but they are a federal territory.
It's never going to be a state.
Let's see. Things might change.
Unless
my
Texas
friend.
leaves and we embrace Puerto Rico.
Texas leaves. Possible. Nothing's
Oh, man.
impossible. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I think you should travel when you're young because no responsibilities.
Yeah.
If you die, well, technically, it's not going to be as bad as it would have been if you had kids or a wife or a partner.
I mean, life is never promised, right? So that's why you travel young, because you're not promised that you're going to be 65 one day, retired, and then be able to travel.
How old were you when you first went on an airplane?
2.
You were 2.
Yeah, I went to Cabo.
But
with my
what's
parents.
your first vivid memory of like
Vivid
jumping
memory?
on an airplane?
Jumping on an airplane?
Like like going on a flight, going to an airport.
I don't know, dude. Maybe
Really?
maybe going to New York when I was in 2nd grade.
2nd grade. How old were you?
I was 8.
You were 8 years old.
Went with my dad on a business trip. One of his business trips.
You remember it?
I do remember it. That
So
was cool.
that was your first time.
Oh, bro. You know what? That was a glorified memory. I remember going into because I'd never been to a city like that. I've been to LA, but like city like that, everybody's walking, going on the sidewalk. And I remember we got out of a cab or a driver dropped us off, and we went into this nice hotel. It was like one of the spinning revolving doors. I walk in, and it's like a really nice, what is it called?
Skyscraping view.
Like not even the view. I'm just saying like inside the lobby, like a beautiful lobby. It's like a classic Sweet Life of Zach and Cody type view. And I know that's not in New York, but just like that, you go in, and I remember that one. I remember going to the 4-story Toys R Us that is in New York. That was like the craziest thing to me. I remember going to Statue of Liberty. Yeah, that was cool.
That was your first time
That was cool.
on an airplane that you remember.
That I remember.
You remember takeoff,
I don't remember takeoff. No.
landing.
No, bro, I don't remember.
Really?
No, I don't remember that.
For me, okay, so my story about first time I traveled was
Yeah.
I was in Pakistan, right, for 12 years.
Yeah.
And I always used to look up at airplanes like a little kid, like
Yeah.
just be like, I love these things. Like
Yeah.
please, can I hop on one of these things?
Yeah.
It was like a dream of mine, bro, just to be able to go on an airplane.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And there's like in Pakistan, people dream of going on airplanes because it's
Yeah.
not as air travel is not as frequent. So I remember this in Lahore. There's like a fake airplane that people go to just to be able to sit and see what it's
A
like.
fake airport.
It's not a fake airport. Hold on a second. Fake
Okay.
airplane.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's a fake. It's like a model, not a fake, like a model airplane,
Okay.
right? And like
you went there?
it stimulates. Yeah, like my parents took me. It stimulates how it would be like. Simulates how
Yeah.
it would be like. Stimulates.
Yeah,
But it simulates.
Yeah.
It's like a model airplane, and you sit in there, and it's like, yo, this is how it is on a flight.
Wow.
Yeah, bro, and I'll never forget
Did you have
that.
to pay to go? Do
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Like they make money from this, but
That's insane.
it was packed, and people were there, kids were there, and I was just like, whoa, like seems to me like so out of reach. Like, God, if only I could just be on this airplane and actually fly off somewhere.
I sacrificed my life for Pakistan. Nothing like that.
No, I didn't think.
Oh, I
of
thought that was the reason. Like, the
But-
kamikaze type jihad.
Come on, bro. This guy. Get off TikTok, man. That
sacrificed my
video
life
has
for
ruined.
Pakistan.
That video has ruined my country's reputation. Not that it wasn't already bad enough.
Bro, that is okay. Come on. that was
Anytime I
hilarious.
say I'm from Pakistan, people just start saying that. I sacrificed my life for Pakistan.
grape, he wants to sacrifice his life.
I was there in school for 12 years. Never once in my life had I, wanted to say that. Nobody made us say that. That's like, come on.
Did you know about jihads back then?
Okay, so jihad is actually.
No,
A
you know what I'm
very-
saying.
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying. Did you know about the terrorist group, the
Of
jihadists?
course.
You did?
What do you mean jihadists, bro? There's okay. First of all, okay. Let's
Did you
leave this-
know about these
terrorist groups? Yes, bro. I lived 100 miles away from Osama bin Laden.
100 only?
120 miles away. Yes.
Here to San Diego.
Literally, bro. I lived in Lahore. He was in Aptabad. Aptabad is like, yeah, it's not that far from Lahore.
Did you ever hear like glorification of these groups?
Of course, I saw Osama like every Friday prayer, bro.
No, bro.
No, CIA listening in. I did not see Osama bin Laden every Friday prayer. He was 6'5".
6'5"?
Yeah, I have a whole bit on this. I'm just giving away my whole stand-up comedy bits. Yeah,
Really?
and he picked terrorism as a job, bro.
Wait.
He could have done any job in the world.
What kind of Muslim was he?
He picked the only job that a tall man like him should not do: terrorism.
Was he a Sunni?
He was a Wahhabi.
Wahhabi.
So Wahhabis are usually
Yeah.
from Saudi Arabia. He was
Okay.
Saudi Arabian. His family's one of the richest families in Saudi Arabia.
Really?
Yeah.
He was a Saudi.
He's one of 17 siblings, I believe.
And he had 17 wives.
I don't know about wives or any of that stuff. To your question, I was familiar with the concept of jihad. It's
You
a
were.
very sophisticated concept in Islam. There's a lot of beauty to it because there's the jihad of the pen. Hold
Be
on.
careful.
Oh, I
Be
said it.
careful.
Okay, somebody's probably gonna clip this 20 years down the line to be like, "Oh, look, Ibrahim Ahmed on Gen Z Speaks said this."
Glorifying jihads.
There's two parts to it, right? So
Uh-huh.
jihad is, my God, we'll leave this for another day, but it's a beautiful concept when it's done through the right means. So our community, and I'm only bringing this up because you brought it up. This was not my intention. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community, we believe in the jihad of the pen. So you propagate Islam through the power
Yeah.
of like speaking and writing, not
Uh-huh.
in violent means.
Oh.
That is not the right way to do it.
Really?
Okay, that's not the right way to do it. But I don't want to go off another tangent.
Is that the
man.
Sunni way to do it though?
No, there's not a Sunni way to do it either. Sunniism also preaches peace. I
Oh.
will defend them. I will
You will
not be like some other people who
One
attack
thing
different sects.
I will say is the Ahmadi community is definitely being attacked on our Gen Z Speaks page.
We're attacked everywhere, bro. We're used to this. We'll take it. We've been kicked out of Pakistan. We are getting, persecuted in Bangladesh recently. Our mosques got desecrated in the
In Bangladesh?
in the violent upheaval that just happened.
In Bengal.
In Bangladesh, the whole government got toppled recently. We can talk about all of this, but back
Yeah.
to traveling.
Would you ever want to travel to Bangladesh?
Sure. My dad
Really?
was born there.
Born in Bangladesh?
Yeah.
So
Well,
was
it
my
used to be
Shaista.
part of Pakistan, right? It was East Pakistan.
Oh yeah, you're exact. Yeah, so, yeah. That's where my aunt was born too.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. You have some Bengali in you.
I have some Bengali in me.
You do. You have everything in you. But literally, he's a mutt. He's a mutt.
Mutt. Okay.
But yeah, so back to my thing, bro.
Yeah.
When I was in Pakistan, bro, like I dreamed of flying. Bro. That was my
But not
dream.
for the jihad reason.
My dream was to become a pilot. Eh?
My dream was to become a
I
pilot.
said that pretty accurately, like they say. I want to be pilot.
Dude, that is comedy.
Yeah. If you have no idea what we're talking about, there's a video that went viral on TikTok. It's of this stupid school teacher, and she like has this thick accent. I mean, nothing wrong with the accent. It's a beautiful accent. Hey, some people like it. There's a girl on
the girl-
TikTok.
I was just
Remember?
gonna say that, bro.
She said Pakistani accent is the most attractive.
Yeah.
Which you know what I agree with.
Pakistani.
What's
She
not
said
more
it so-
attractive? Yeah, she said it so perfectly too.
So bad, bro.
That's a woman whose heart has been broken by a Pakistani man, probably.
Probably.
But yeah, man. So there's a video on that one viral on
Yeah,
TikTok. This lady at a public school in Pakistan, every single kid comes up and they all say crazy shit like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And they're little kids. They don't know what they're talking about. Somebody said that, really?
Yeah, one of the kids.
Yeah. There was a lot of anti-American sentiment.
You remember?
In the 2000s. Yeah, I remember vividly. Because you have to understand, right? America used to throw drones
Yes.
on Pakistan.
But it's America, so it makes it okay.
No, man. And innocent civilians would die. hundreds of innocent
Do you
civilians.
remember
So,
this?
yes, bro.
Did you ever witness?
My people were dying. Innocent people that had nothing to do with terrorism.
Did you remember? Do you remember seeing a drone attack?
No, I don't remember
Never?
seeing
Visually?
a drone because I lived
Oh.
in an urban city. They
Oh.
were smart enough not to bomb Lahore, which I don't know. That might change. They might just decide to bomb Lahore. You never know with American politics.
Lahore.
But that's why there's a lot of anti-American sentiment in Pakistan, because America conducts a lot of drone strikes in
Yes.
Pakistan that kill innocent people.
But you guys still wanted to come to America.
Well, because they understand for us and for a lot of people in Pakistan, things are not good. So anywhere else seems better. It's a conversation we can have, bro. Let's have a Pakistani on. Let's have Imran
I already
Khan
have
on.
many Pakistan. Every time I meet with this guy, I have a Pakistani on.
But yeah, bro, I'm going on forever. But yeah, no, my dream was to be on an airplane and be able to fly. So I remember my first day.
But not for the jihadi.
I asked, shut up, man. Shut up, this guy. The reason why have I become the voice of reason on this podcast?
Oh,
A
my
comedian.
My bad.
But the first day, I asked you the question because I remember the first day
Yeah.
on an airplane.
Yeah.
My dream of pilot was going to be true. I get to finally fly the plane. No, but I remember the first day, bro.
Uh-huh.
It was February 20th or 21st, 2013.
Yeah.
I hop on the airplane, and at this point, you have to understand, we're kind of leaving Pakistan.
Yeah, you're done.
Because we have to. We don't plan to come back for the
Right.
most part. And I'm very scared because they might like find out we're Ahmadi. We're persecuted if you don't know our community across
Yeah.
the world, especially in Pakistan.
Yeah.
It's a small sect in Islam, but not small for long.
Probably for the
Not
longest.
after our jihadi plans, which, by the way, are peaceful.
Oh,
peaceful
shit.
propagation.
Are you
peaceful-
saying the Amatis?
Stop!
equivalent to
Stop.
jihadis?
No, we're not. Peaceful. Love for all, hatred for none. But yes, dude, I hate. I'm gonna say this. I hate how something that is very revered in Islam, the concept of jihad, it's not violent,
Yeah.
has just become a term. Oh, jihadi. If you're a jihadi, like you're just a terrorist, man. Like that sucks. We need to fix that.
Akbar!
It means God is the greatest.
I
Like
know.
even
Same
these
thing,
terms.
that's what I'm saying.
This is just becoming my whole stand-up. Like God, that so much
It's
of this
funny,
is part
though.
of my
It's
bit. Yeah,
actually
it is
funny.
funny. But yeah, I need to fix this, man. We got to fix this. All the Muslims listen to the podcast. Let's fix this the right way, not the pilot way.
Okay,
But
so-
I remember the day, bro. February 20th, 2013. God, I'm trying to tell my story. My story of finally
coming to America. Literally coming to America.
Yeah, bro. I hop on the
Yeah.
I'm scared like
Murphy.
somebody might like approach us, look at our passports because you have to understand on my passport it says Ahmadi. What it doesn't
Yeah.
say it says Qadiani because that's like
Qadiani.
a slur they use against us because our movement was founded in India, Qadian.
I know my nickname for you now.
Stop, bro. Don't say that.
Qadiani.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. We have,
Qadiani.
this guy, bro. Ahmadi's listening to the podcast.
Qadianis.
This guy is discriminating me, man. Let's make a legal no.
Okay, Qadiani.
But I don't know why I said that, bro. I'm screwed now. All right, mutt. All right, you mutt. You call me Qadiani, I
I'll
call you
accept
mutt.
it. Thank you. Thank you. I embrace it.
But okay, bro. February 20th. Do you want me to
Yes.
talk to you about
Okay.
February
Tell me
20th, or
about
do you
February-
want me to tell you more
I
about the
already have a
Ahmadiyya,
question about
or do you want me to tell you more about the Ahmadiyya Muslim community that started in
the
Qadian
Qadiani.
in 1889?
The Qadiani sect.
Yes. This guy,
Yes.
bro. This guy.
Okay, you got to America.
Hold on, man.
Thank you.
Now I have to drink water.
Was I the first Mexican you met?
Nah.
No.
You're all over LA, bro. What the hell? You acting like you're a white person in LA.
What do you mean?
Like I met Mexicans before I met white people. So many Mexicans in
before
LA.
me?
Yeah.
How long did you were you absent from school before you
Like
joined
a
middle
month
school?
and a half.
Oh, so you had met other people.
I met other
Shocked.
Mexicans, yes.
Oh, okay.
I was very shocked. You look just like us, but speak a different language. I was like, what? Assalamu alaikum? Hola?
Hola.
Hola? What is
Did you
that?
ever hear that before? Hola.
Hola? No. Oh, I think Dora the Explorer or some shit.
You watched Dora back
Yeah,
then?
yes, I knew what Dora was.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
bro.
know Diego?
Yeah, I had television, like it's a it's a technological innovation.
Yeah.
February 20th. I'm at the
Or 21st.
or 21st. I'm at the Lahore Allama Iqbal Airport. I'm scared shitless. Something might happen.
Qadiani.
Thank God. I'll never forget that walking into the tunnel, bro. And I was like, wait, I didn't know we have a tunnel to the airplane because in movies
Yeah.
there's always stairs and you just take up.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell? There's a whole tunnel. Wow, like that's so sick.
Yeah.
I wonder why there's a tunnel. And then, bro, I forgot that there's lights to a city because I never saw like a skyline of anything. There's no
Mm.
skyline to see in
Yeah.
Lahore. I mean, things have probably changed now,
Yeah. We'll see.
but Like on the airplane, I remember taking off. I'll never forget. I swear to God, I'll never forget this. I look out outside the window and I'm like, wow, half the city is like dark because there's electricity is not there in Lahore.
insane.
Load shedding, right? But
Yeah.
I remember seeing it and I was like, wow, that's so cool. And that just gave me like a moment of relief. I was like, oh my God,
I'm
bro.
gone.
I made it. Like that was like we made it,
Yeah.
man. And then we had a layover in Dubai.
Yeah.
Dubai, as you say it. Dubai, as we say it.
Dubai,
The United Arab Emirates, and
the UAE.
that was crazy, bro. I saw the whole skyline.
That
from
was
the-
insane, huh?
I was like, whoa. I'll never forget that too.
That's
But I remember seeing that. And then I don't know if you've ever been to Dubai Airport? Ever have a
Never been
layover?
to Dubai, no.
It's huge.
Really?
It's one of the biggest airports in the world.
I've seen videos. So
It's amazing,
beautiful.
bro. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And I was just like, we're here. Like I was just all like I was in a foreign like world, not even a foreign country. I felt like I was an alien somewhere, man. Yeah, man.
Wow. Are Qadianis restricted from Dubai?
God damn it, bro. This guy. And then when we came to LA, bro, on the airplane, can I tell you this?
Wait,
When I
are they
was
restricted from Dubai?
what?
Are they restricted from Dubai?
We're not restricted to travel anywhere.
Are you persecuted
Except actually we are. Saudi Arabia to Mecca
in Dubai? Are you persecuted?
and Medina. Yes, probably.
Wait, so and that brings me to this.
Why
question.
do we always okay, what?
Are you gonna go to Mecca?
Yeah. I can go now because I'm an American.
But
Because
if
on my
it says
passport,
Qadiani on your
it doesn't
passport?
say I'm an American passport.
What if I wrote it in?
No, yeah, you're gonna take my passport and write with your dyslexic handwriting.
Where is it?
Qadiani. He wants to be pilot.
Where it says signature, I'm gonna write Qadiani.
This guy, bro. I already signed it. Hey, somebody
Okay.
made me sign it recently. Where was this?
Yeah.
In Japan.
Japan.
They made us sign it. They were
Yeah.
like, "Yo, guys, this is not valid until you sign the
Sign- yeah.
passport."
I didn't
You
know that. Nobody
American.
ever told me that before.
It says on the passport. I didn't know.
It says sign here, right?
it says it's not valid until you sign
Oh,
it or something.
really?
I think I might
Oh,
be wrong.
whatever.
But man, when I was
Yeah.
on the plane, bro,
Huh.
looking at LA, because LA is huge.
Yeah.
It's like desert, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the airplane, and I was like, what the hell? Where are we going? Because it was like desert and hills, and I was like, this doesn't look like a big city to me. I was like, oh, we're going to a small city in America. Because I'd never heard of Los Angeles. when
You
I
had
was in
never heard of
Pakistan.
Los Angeles?
No, I heard of California.
But New York, yes?
Yeah, New York. I didn't know what
Chicago?
states and city. No, no. I just knew
Wow.
New York. I knew San Francisco because of this movie called My Name Is Khan. I knew of
Gotcha.
California,
Okay.
but I had no idea what LA was. I was like, LA?
That's insane.
I'd heard of Hollywood, but I never knew what LA was, bro.
That's insane.
So when I was coming off the plane from Pakistan,
Yeah.
I looked at LA and I was like, this all looks like deserts and hills
Right.
and where are we going? And then like I got off the airport and I was like, oh my God, this is a huge city.
Yeah.
Like, wow. City of Angels. I
City
made
of
it.
Angels. Insane.
Yeah. So that was
Well,
my first traveling experience.
I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
Qadiani, friend of mine.
This guy. What's the question?
Quant asked,
Well,
what's the first thing you did when you landed
Oh,
here?
bro, you're gonna make fun of me. I'm
What
not
is
gonna
it?
say, man.
Say it.
Well, I have like a whole stand-up bit on this, but I'll leave that. I won't say
Just
it
say
here.
what you did.
No, here's what I did. I my klutz came in. So hold on a second. So if you know me, well,
Oh
if you
my
know me,
God.
actually, you don't know me as a klutz guy. Because let's be honest, I'm not a klutz guy. My hands are very amazing. Yesterday, by the way, in my cricket game, I picked up 2 of the most insane catches, bro.
Wow.
My team was so proud of me. I
So
literally
great.
had a match winning performance, but we didn't win at the end of the day. Not my fault. I did my part. But regardless,
Hey, bro.
I walk in with suitcases.
That was probably the most egotistical thing I ever heard. Team is team. There's no I in team. It is your fault just as much as it's your
No,
teammates'
it's
fault.
not. I take no responsibility.
That's
It is-
crazy.
If you're on the LA Rams and you're watching this, my guys, you let me down yesterday.
Wow.
You let me down.
Wow.
You let me down, man.
I would never want you on my team.
I'm a team player.
Terrible.
I believe
Like
in leading
Kobe.
by example. I led by example. Unfortunately, there's no respect for me on the team because I'm the youngest guy there. Everybody
Yeah.
thinks of me as like a young guy. What does this guy know? But I know more than
I
all
would-
of them
I would
combined.
probably agree with them.
I know more.
What does
I know.
this guy know?
What do you?
What
I'm the
does
most
this guy
athletic
know?
on the team. It's fine, man. It's fine.
Well,
It
no,
is
your
what it
athletic
is.
IQ is actually quite
My
low.
athletic IQ is
Your
beyond.
athletic IQ
It's
is
insane.
quite low.
It's so high. They
So
call me.
low.
They call me the Michael Jordan of cricket, basically.
I
is
can
my
attest to this
word on the
one.
street when we have the
You were
cricketer up
wrong.
on the podcast. Hold on a second. What was I saying? Now we're saying a lot. Okay, my first.
Your low athletic
My
IQ.
first. No, I have a very. You don't want that. Stop it. This is the first time he's actually roasting me. I'll get you back.
Athletic IQ.
Hold on a sec. I have
Gadiani low athletic IQ, motherfucker.
Are you done?
No. Gadiani low athletic IQ benchod.
Oh, stop. Okay, so my first, no, you're going too far now, brother. This guy, he learns one curse word in another language. Just mutt. This mutt who knows no language beyond English.
Mother chod.
Hold on. No. That's stop. Actually, stop. No, this is going way too far. It's not funny at all. Okay, that's not funny at all. Hold on.
Funny.
My first experience in LAX. Now you're making me uncomfortable now. Now I want to go back to Pakistan and be persecuted. You're making me want to go back.
My heart rate is actually raising,
You're
bro.
making me want to go back and be persecuted.
Oh, that was so funny.
Is this
Okay.
how it feels to be me every podcast? I feel like that's how you're feeling right now.
my God.
This is usually how I feel every podcast, roasting these guys. Okay, so LAX, I'm there. A lot of suitcases on my hand, and I fumble all the bags because I'm looking at my grandpa, who I've never seen ever in my life.
Classic benchod.
That was my first. What? Stop, bro. Stop. We're actually losing money if you continue saying that curse word, man. And this guy, who taught him this word? Was it you, Russell, a Filipino, 22-year Filipino man? It's the Tanki man who left us. It's Janish who taught us. Bro, can I? This is gonna be a clip, all right? We're clip farming right now. This is gonna be a clip. To my fellow brown people listening to the podcast,
We have a
stop
22-year-old
teaching
Filipino man.
Americans. Hold on, let me restart, okay? To my fellow brown people listening in, I plead you, don't teach Americans curse words in Urdu or Hindi, bro. These guys go crazy with it. They're obviously superior curse words, so they use that more than your American curse words. And that's all I hear you guys use now these days, man. It's
What do you
crazy. It's
guys?
gone
I'm
through the
also
roofs.
Indian.
You're not. You're
Yes, I am.
It doesn't count.
I'm 40%.
That doesn't count.
I'm 40%.
40%. 40%.
Indian Pakistani.
If Donald Trump was there, he might say Kamala Harris is more Indian than you,
Well, that made me
and that's
uncomfortable.
saying something.
If Donald Trump was here, he'd say, Benchard, I have to tell you one thing only. You're the most Gadiani Benchard I've ever met in my entire
Okay,
life.
stop, bro. This guy actually doesn't know what he's talking about now. Stop. Don't say those two words. It's actually offensive.
Oh.
I'm so offended. Don't say that. I'll keep telling you. Don't say that. You're combining a slur with the most egregious curse word if you're listening to this podcast, the lesson is there's a limit to laughter and humor. All right.
No, there's not.
There's a limit.
That was the problem during the pandemic. Everyone was taking things too serious.
Can I finish my story? All right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop my whole klutz story. Fine. My first thing that I actually did in America was go to a CVS.
CVS?
Yes.
And what'd you get at CVS?
I accompanied my uncle. I looked at how much alcohol was prevalent across the CVS. I was like, wow, like that's terrible.
Were you sickened?
I was.
Wow.
I was like, no wonder these
What
guys
was
keep bombing my country.
What was the first thing you ate in America? What was the first thing you ate in America?
The first thing I remember, bread. American bread.
No.
I don't remember the first meal I had.
Really? Yeah, like McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, bro. I went to a McDonald's for the first time in my life. No, we had McDonald's in Pakistan.
Well,
we had. I don't remember.
What was the first American food you had in
Uh,
America?
Well, American food is Indian food too, man. Because we're the original ones. We're the OGs. We were conquered, technically
I was
speaking.
trying to make a clip here, but
No, I don't remember the first food. I don't remember.
when was the first time you had a burger?
I had a burger in Pakistan.
Not,
We have
not
burgers
the
in
same
Pakistan.
burger, bro.
Can I just say, by the way, Pakistan has had
Mm-hmm.
one of the best pizzas I've ever had, one of the best burgers I've ever had in Pakistan.
I will be the judge of that.
I'm
Take
sorry,
me to
brother,
Lahore.
but do you think American food is better than Pakistani food? Be honest.
Yes.
Okay, you are deranged. You need help. You are probably not even American. I mean, you are American because you're saying that. That's terrible.
Yeah.
You're not American. You're not anything. You're a mutt. You're
You're
not
Qadiani.
anything. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that any day. I'll take it from my people. Okay, we're
Thank
talking
you
about
very much.
traveling.
Yeah.
If you're still with us, thank you. Thank you for dealing with his microaggressions
Is-
against my community. It will be noted.
Is there a country you would never want to visit?
Is there a country I would never want to
Yes.
visit? No, I want to visit every
North Korea?
country. I'm down.
I want to visit North Korea.
Yes.
I want to visit. You know what country I want to do that before we hit 30 at least. What country is it again? It's in Africa. It is not Somalia. It is not Namibia.
What?
I don't know what I'm saying.
All right. Okay, stop. This guy-
No, I'm actually thinking of a country. Namibia or
You're thinking of a country?
Yeah.
Namibia. Namibia?
No.
Nambia?
Nambia. I think
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever.
You want to see a rhino somewhere, right?
Not rhinos,
What
bro.
is it then, man?
The gorilla trek.
Oh yes, he's obsessed with gorillas. This
We
guy,
have to do. You'd be down.
he's
to do
obsessed
that?
with gorillas. Huh?
It's a 3-day gorilla trek.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I really want to see gorillas that bad. 3 days. 3 days. I already see a gorilla every day. A mud
Thank
gorilla.
you.
I see a human gorilla
that was
every
probably
day.
actually the best compliment you've ever given me in the last 12
You're
years
welcome.
of knowing me.
You're welcome.
I am a gorilla. Thank
Someone
you.
is calling.
Very large.
Someone is
Very
calling
large
me.
and in charge.
Do you want to take the phone call? Let's take a phone call on a podcast. We've never done that before. Hi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Give me 1 second. I'll call you right back. I'll call you right back.
Another Qadiani.
That was actually hilarious, bro. That is probably my fellow Ahmadi brother, not Qadiani. That was hilarious, bro. I was like, it's gonna be like some like call, and then I was like, Assalamu alaikum, and I was like, oh, walaikum assalam, brother. What are the plots?
Oh my
what
God,
planes are we
bro.
flying? What fighter jets did you just get, brother?
Make it clear, you're not.
What
a
new
jihad.
lands are we going to conquer? Technically, every Muslim is a jihadi. Technically, it's a peace, bro. Please, bro. This is. I thought I was gonna, change the stereotypes.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna solve Islamophobia by doing
Never.
this podcast, and now you have
Never.
destroyed my hopes and ambitions in this one episode. But we shall recover. Now, from here on out,
Yeah.
we're only interviewing Ahmadi people.
No.
We're amongst the most successful group on earth.
No, that is not
I mean,
true.
you wouldn't mind interviewing Ahmadi brothers, bro. We're very successful people, man. But hold on a second. What was I talking to
Why
you
do you need
about?
to add that? What does that matter?
It does matter.
Why
'Cause
does
we
that
made it-
matter?
We made it. They kicked us out of Pakistan.
Sounds like an insecurity to me.
No, it's not. It's actually I'm proud. I'm really proud of what
You should
the
be
work
proud.
we've done.
You don't have
and
to-
I'm not insecure.
I'm not saying like Catholics are some of the most important people in this world.
Well, because Catholics, there's so many of you guys.
Yeah, but that's
There's, like,
an
how many?
insecurity in itself.
That's
right?
not an
if you
insec-
have to
Oh my God! Here we go. with
pride
this
yourself.
philosophical. I am Matthew Gutierrez, and I believe that Palestinians are. I don't know what I'm saying.
Palestinian.
I don't know because I forgot what argument you made. That was the other day we had a whole debate on Palestine. If you haven't seen it
That
on
was
YouTube,
months ago.
watch it. No, that was actually only 2 months ago.
That was months ago.
We posted a long clip later on, and thousands of people watched
Yeah.
it, and thousands of people said
Majority of people agreed with me.
no, they did not.
Yeah.
First of all, we had
I haven't
like,
read the comments recently, but about a week it was majority.
there was one person who appreciated you. Your ratio about hate and love in the comment section is 50-50.
Really?
The other half say you're gay. The other half the other half say you are a observer of determinism,
One
and they
thing
appreciated
I will
that.
say, thank you.
Oh, that got you
Determinism.
insecure, yeah.
I am not gay. I'm far from
Wait,
gay.
why do you need to feel the need to clarify that, bro?
Maybe it's an
Is it
insecurity.
is it an
Maybe
insecurity?
it's an insecurity.
Have you dabbled in a particular chromosome type?
Possibly. Well, actually, how many sexes are there in this world? I
Bro,
probably participated. on
somebody
50 of
listening to
them.
this podcast has literally lost brain cells. I like how we started the podcast discussing about neuroplasticity and how traveling can simulate brain growth. People are what are we talking about? Oh, hold on a second. Let's bring this back, all right? Traveling.
Okay.
One thing I want to say.
Yes.
Bro, what is this guy doing?
Russ, please stop, bro. Please stop.
Oh my god, this is making me question why we're doing this. Okay.
Traveling.
Traveling, all right?
Yeah.
Traveling is important. This is a critique somebody might have listening to this. It's been
Yes.
entertaining, by the way. If you're still
Yes.
listening, I think we've done a good job entertaining you.
Okay.
But somebody listening to our podcast, right? Okay, here's two 23-year-olds that have been to 10 countries and like over 15 United states. We've traveled the world, some might say. They're like, oh, you had the resources to, you had the money.
Yes.
Reality is, I traveled. 95% of my trips have been funded by myself, me.
Yes.
My parents are not wealthy.
Yes.
We were on welfare when we came here. We have no money.
Yes.
Your parents didn't really fund any of your trips.
No. Except
Some
Thailand.
family trip. Okay,
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, regardless,
Yeah.
but most of the trips, Japan, Costa
Everything
Rica,
else was- yeah,
everything
Thailand
else
did
was
it.
you. Okay, yeah, you get to have one family vacation, right? Like one trip that is
Yes.
funded by your parents. But we are 23 years old. we've traveled quite a bit, and we did it by saving up, working hard. For example, my freshman year of college, bro, I was in Doheny Library at USC, and I made a plan. I was like, I'm going to travel to Europe this summer.
Yes.
I wrote it in my Google Docs, and I bought an airplane ticket soon after
You figure it out.
for $550 to Europe in 2019.
There you
Now,
go.
that is very cheap ticket,
That
but
is
I
very
worked.
cheap.
Bro, I worked my ass off
Yeah.
to fund that trip, though. I worked at a pizza shop, cleaned dishes, made pizzas for the first time in my life, did a blue-collar job.
I did not
Did
know you worked at a
Postmates.
pizza shop.
I did that. I made
Until
pizzas.
recently.
Yeah, I kept it on the low key. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I cleaned people's dishes. I hustled my way, and I paid my first trip myself for the most part.
Yes.
My dad did help me a little bit,
Yes.
but
There's
you
nothing
know,
wrong with that either. I want to make this clear. I feel like you kind of made it seem like this right now. There's a problem if parents give you money. It's not a problem at all. At all. Like, that shouldn't be like a concern. Honestly, this is genuinely how I feel. There are tiers of life, right? Some people's tiers in life are lower and they can't afford to send their kids on trips. And some people's tiers of life are higher and they're able to send their kids on trip. Either is okay. If you're not able to, if your parents aren't able to afford that right now, work your way to be able to afford that. So you can do that for your kids. There is nothing wrong with it. This is just life. Life isn't fair. Let's stop making it a thing where we have to, because I used to feel the need until recently. I used to feel the need to want to be self-made, right? And this is like, I think a lot of people have this feeling. You want to be self-made, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because somebody down your lineage has worked their ass off to be in the position they're in.
what happened to you? You were a winner. You became a loser. I don't like losers.
Speaking of Donald, he received how many millions of dollars?
I got a small loan of $1 million. Only $1 million. Some get $1 billion. I got $1 million.
You know, his dad went to the Taj Mahal.
It was more than $1 million.
It was 7 million.
It was
He bought 7 million in chips, right? And he never used the chips. So technically, he didn't give it to him. He just never took the advantage.
Donald
of
Trump
that
had
opportunity.
way more than $1 million.
And honestly, I'm not even giving hate. I think Donald Trump should just own it. Because if my dad did that, I would. And there's nothing wrong with it. That's
Yeah.
what family is for.
Well, Donald Trump is insecure.
Yes.
He's an incredibly insecure person.
But that's the same
He's
concept.
never gonna admit that
Yeah.
he got a golden hand.
Right.
He's
Right.
never gonna admit
No,
that.
he won't. Most
He's
people
never
won't,
going
though.
to.
Most people won't. That's my point. My point is, obviously, $1
That
million
doesn't
is
make
a
it
lot
right, though.
more, but I'm drawing a connection between what you just said and then Donald Trump. Okay. Is he here inside? Okay, tell him 5 minutes. Yeah.
So we were talking
So
about
I'm drawing the connection.
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
So you're telling me
Yes.
if you had $1 billion,
Yes.
you would fund your daughter's Europe trip?
Yes,
Wait, how dare you?
I would.
That's not right of you.
No?
No, you're
Then I
spoiling your
guess-
kids, man.
I guess I'm not a right person. I guess I'm not a good person.
For me though, it's important because I come from very humble beginnings.
Yes.
So I feel like if you truly want to travel the world,
Yes.
it's possible if you save money,
Yes.
make the right moves,
Yes.
and just spend time looking for cheap deals.
Yes.
You know, there's this thing called the internet.
Yes.
It's vast. There's a lot of good deals out
Yeah.
there, and you can just
Dude,
look for one.
100% right. Your point is there's no excuses if you want to travel. If you don't have money, then it's okay. I mean, same thing, dude.
Even if you don't have money, if you're
Yeah.
broke, I was broke, bro. In
yeah,
college, I was broke.
too.
Yeah.
Same thing.
We're all broke.
We're all broke, and we all work. And that the thing
We're
is,
all
dude,
broken. Yes.
We maybe we prioritize traveling, right? A lot of people prioritize partying, which is not a problem, right? They spend their money on alcohol, going out, going to
it's a
clubs.
problem.
It's not a problem if you enjoy it, right?
It's a problem.
That's their prerogative. Our prerogative was to travel, and we wanted to save in order to get those experiences in life, right? That's my point.
Yeah.
Everybody values money differently. Some people just value partying more. Some people value a car more. Some people value clothing more. Some people value traveling more.
Yeah. I think also
Yes.
you should travel on your own at least once in your life. I did this when I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
I traveled to London.
Yeah.
Then I went to, I traveled to, let's say, Europe. Makes me sound fancy.
More sophisticated.
But the thing is, I had a Pakistani passport.
Yes.
So I went, bro, I got a Pakistani passport. To get a new one, I applied for a visa to the UK because I had a green card. And then I went to London. I went to Scotland. But London is in England. So I went to England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. So
Right.
I was like, all right, I can only go to the UK, but let's maximize this trip. And I
Yeah.
think that was good because I got to spend time in each individual city and got
Yeah.
to explore the
That right
UK.
there is to each their own, right? I think
Yeah.
some people like to fully embrace a city, which is totally good.
Yeah.
It just depends. The same thing depends how you value. I personally, I agree with you. I like going from place to place and seeing everything, right?
Yeah.
A variety of things.
If you're there, might as well maximize it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went to like Edinburgh, Glasgow.
Yeah.
Then I went to Northern Ireland, and I went there on my own
Right.
for about 3 weeks.
Right.
And along the way, I met family. I met we had our annual gathering of Ahmadis, of the Qadianis, as you call them.
Qadianis.
Disgraceful term for us, but
Yeah.
what do you do with this mud, huh? You can't fix a mud. But I went. It was amazing. My first time. My dream, bro, in Pakistan was to go to that annual gathering in the UK, and I was there, and I was like, this is like if you truly believe in something and you want something.
Yeah.
I really believe in the power of prayer, bro. Because if you put in the work and you pray to God, it's possible.
Yeah, 100%.
Anything is possible. So
Think you can grow rich.
I think when you travel, you should at least travel once in your life. Travel solo, because you get to learn a lot about yourself. On that trip, I learned, I don't like to be alone a lot. I get my energy from being around people, and that's okay. That's just different personality types, and it's taking me a lot of time to really come to terms with that. Because I was
Be comfortable with that.
Yeah, be comfortable with that. Because I've traveled after that on my own as well, and I've really realized I enjoy people's company a lot more than just my own constantly. I like my own company as well, but travel makes you discover those things about yourself if you put yourself in those situations. So in a way, I did discover myself. I found myself, mama.
Ibrahim found himself. Through the course of this podcast, you can understand what I deal with every day.
What I deal with? Are you kidding me? This guy was Islamophobic, racist, xenophobic, so many things on this podcast. But wow, we went over an hour, I think.
Yeah.
About an hour. But travel, I would say also travel with your really close friends. Because a lot of people have these close friends and they never travel.
We can talk about travel more on another pod too.
Okay, maybe part 2. We can do part 2.
Because we have so much on travel. I like to talk about it.
Because we went to a lot of places. And
we can talk about
it.
different things. And
if we stop talking about me being Ahmadi, maybe we can talk about it. If we get the chance.
It was fun. It was
maybe if you stop reminding me of all my past trauma in Pakistan, maybe we'll have the time to actually talk about other stuff as well. But all right, good podcast. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.